Hey everyone, welcome back to Cheryl's Creations. Boy, it has been a busy week. I have lots of finished objects, but they're only two different patterns because, I'm kind of building inventory for a series of markets that I have coming up. And I'm actually on vacation the next 2 weeks, or not. Well, maybe it's a staycation, but we're the college I work for. We're in between summer and fall semesters, so I have 2 weeks. And I thought maybe I was going to get to just sit back and crochet, but my husband has decided that we're going to paint the kitchen. Okay, so we're going to paint the kitchen. It needs it really bad. It hasn't been done for like 15 years. So new color, a little bit of update. So we'll get that done. But I'm going to start working on some little things. So my next video might have like, I've got stuff to do, coasters, some backpack buddies, some small things that I can have in my smaller amount baskets. So that's kind of where I'm headed in the next week or two. And so what I have as finished objects for this week, I have Triceratops. And if you've watched any of my dinosaur videos before, you know that Tanner the Triceratop, it's a paid pattern on Etsy. It is my absolute favorite when it comes to some 4-weight. And so let me show you what I have. I did a gray. I used a different eye and it sits up a little higher. I'm not sure if I like it as well. The lighter gray is sparkly. So this one has a little bit of sparkle to it. Okay. So I did a 2-tone gray, kind of a neutral type thing. I did kind of this dark teal and speckle. This, I believe, is a, I love this yarn. This was, it was called Stonewashed, maybe. And I think it's an I love this yarn also. So, and this one's got kind of gold eyes. So that's the second one. And then I just had to, because I thought it was just so adorable, I did a pink one, and she has kind of light pink eyes. And I don't know, the pinks had no label, so the light pink feels like I love this yarn. The other pink, I don't know, it could be some of the newer Red Heart that's not quite so rough. My friend Kelly took this pattern. She has this pattern, and she did it with Sweet Snuggles Light from Michaels. And let me tell you, it came out, let me put this down. It came out, this big, but it was the most adorable thing. I'll see if I can snag a picture. She said it took, for the body, the main color, it took her a little over one big ball of Sweet Snuggles Light, and then part of the secondary color that she used. But let me tell you, she did one in blue that somebody purchased from her, and then she had somebody order one in pink, and they are the most adorable. So I will try and have the pictures in here as I talk about it, and I'll try and insert them. So But they were just, I think I've got to make one of the big ones. I think I do. So the second thing I did was unicorns, because I'm still selling quite a bit of unicorns. And I've done them several different ways. I've used a couple of different patterns. I've used a horse pattern and converted it. This one was a mini pattern. It's called Mini Unicorn, and I will link it below. But instead of using 4-weight, I used Premier Parfait for the bodies. Now, the mane and tail, I used different colors of this Yarn Bee Cozy with a Twist. And I'm not going to tell you all about it because, as you can see the orange sticker, it was closeout yarn. But I think it worked really well to give me just a different look for my unicorns. So this is a different color scheme for me. This is a dark purple that does have eyes under there. Some eyes. So the dark purple and the white are the Parfait. And then this is the mane and the tail out of that Cozy. And I originally just did the lung for the mane and then a tail. But when I put it all together, there was this big empty spot. So I took the second tail that I had made and put it up here. So it gives it a little bit fuller, look. And so for maybe someone who likes a little bit of purple, a little bit of blues. So, and I made 2 in that color. So, now the way I do my mane and my tail is I start out, like, my mane is 30 stitches. So I stitched out 30 and came back. And without disconnecting it, when I got back to the start, I chained 30 more. And so these are all connected in a loop, and I sewed it on. The shorter pieces, these are 15 stitches, down and back, down and back, down and back. And you can kind of see where it's in this circle. I just kind of sewed it down. And so that's my darker of the colors, right? The next darkest color is this one. And I made 2 of these. This, again, the Parfait Chunky is the dark pink and the white. She's got some kind of orangey red pinkish eyes. And then her mane and tail is it Sweet Snuggles Light? This is the Michaels, the pink dot. And I can't tell you the exact name of it because my skein is downstairs and I don't have it up here. And so I did 2, and the tails and everything are done in the same way. Their hair gets a little out of control. There we go. A little bit better. And so there's my 2 of the darker pink. And I have a hard time deciding whether I like that darker pink better or this one. Again, Parfait Chunky. Oh, I did put mouths on all of them. I have to do it. So, and then this is the color for the mane and the tail. And I really like this. And I did do 2 of them. So the next time I make them, I wonder what, I guess one of the things I'll probably do is take this color and put it with this face color. And I think that would make an adorable option also. And oops, I still have fuzz. My white Parfait Chunky, you know, sometimes you get a good batch and sometimes you get a flaky batch. Well, this was a flaky batch. And let me tell you, I worked on these and I'd stand up and I would shed white fuzzies everywhere. I can't tell you how many times I had to vacuum in front of my chair because I just had all kinds of fuzzies. Mostly the white. I didn't have near as much issue with some of the other colors. But yeah, I had some fuzziness going on. The next time I try these also, I watched, and I know that she did this video a while ago, I just hadn't got around to doing it. Ella at No Catchy Name did a short tutorial on how to do some stitched on eyes, and I watched that today. So I think some of my other things that I might do will have more of a stitched on eye to try and incorporate things for younger kids or people who don't want the safety eyes. And you know, safety eyes are only as good as safety eyes are. They aren't recommended for children under 3. I know parents buy them for younger children. Some children are fine and don't chew on them, but you never want to take that risk. So I always try and have some with safety eyes and some without safety eyes. So that is my explanation for eyeballs. None of these I put eyebrows. I'm also this thing, I don't know why, but they got to have eyebrows. Now, my Triceratops, I don't know if you can see it on this one. They have eyebrows. It's just something that I think makes them look so much better. So a lot of my stuff have eyebrows. They have eyelashes. That's part of the enjoyment, is to kind of create that face. So I'm going to be working on different ways to create some different faces as I go along. And so yeah, 2 patterns. I did 3 Triceratops and 6 unicorns. Not bad for a week's work. Maybe a little over a week. Because I have probably I have 3 or 4 project bags hanging around. And depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing, I'll pick one up and take it, work on. I don't always take plushies when I go to work, because they shed so much, and then, you know, I don't want to take stuffing. And so a lot of times, like I did almost all of the Triceratop parts at work because I could do all the parts and then bring them home and stuff them and put them together, because this is not so much that would be out of line, you know, to kind of sit in a meeting or an office and work on as I do other things also. And then I usually have, you know, I've got some hat and mittens in one bag, and I've got plushy parts in another bag. And so it depends on what I feel like working on. And so sometimes my finished projects are a little haphazard, but I get them all in, and we do that. And the dogs came upstairs and they're wandering in there. What are you guys doing? Get out of there. They're checking out where the grandkids stayed the other week. It's like, I think they're looking for extra snacks that maybe the kids might have left. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I have for today. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. One other thing I wanted to mention. I got a message on one of my videos this week about somebody said, they looked at my aliens video and made a comment, you know, did I miss something? This is not a tutorial. I don't generally do tutorials. I have a couple of them, but most of my patterns are patterns by other people, whether they're free patterns or paid for patterns. And so I cannot do a tutorial on someone else's pattern. And I just wanted to make sure everybody understood that. If it's something I designed, like the walking monsters, or, you know, maybe a couple other things I have, I can do tutorials on those. But in general, a paid pattern, I cannot. They will have to go back to that pattern designer to get a tutorial. And, you know, I don't know this person. It's the first time I'd ever seen anything from them. And they were questioning. And so that's the way that works. So anyway, subscribe, like. I enjoy hearing from all of you. And I will see you in the next video. Crochet away, everybody.